Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of NCW, also known as New Comic Wednesday. If you haven't been with us before, we chat for a few minutes every Wednesday about Zenescope's newest releases. If you don't know who I am your NCW host, Amber, and we got lovely bats, and we have my whole decor up because it's Halloween, and it is my favorite time out of the entire year. And so, well, actually, my favorite time is Friday the 13th. It's like my second favorite time. But anyway, so we are doing very spooky themed stuff today, including going over our 2022 Horror Pinup, where we'll have our own Dave Franchini on in just a second. But let me dive into my normal spiel that will take place. So if you're joining us for the very first time and you want to find out where you can get the latest Zenescope comics, you should head to either Comixology, you should go to your local comic shop, or you can head to Zenescope.com right now. And if you go to comics, press new releases, you'll be able to see everything that we've released every Wednesday. And in case you want to learn more about those releases, you'll want to go back and watch previous NCWs. Every Wednesday at 3 p.m., you can check out exactly what's going on. So to make sure you never miss that, as always, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Press that notification bell, and then you'll never miss an NCW, or you'll never miss any of our other streams that are coming up. So again, very excited and spooky to celebrate today. So I have some very cool Halloween themed stuff that I will just quickly show you all. So this is, I always call it, I'm going on the other side. No, this side. The candle behind me, I always call it the candelabra, but I think it's the candelabra or the candelara. I don't know. My mom always corrects me. So I have that, and I have some Zenescope books, again, on the other side. This is my cat tower. It's actually a 2-piece cat tower, so Stoneberg can sit up here, and it's a scratchy thing. And then I have my Jason, my giant Jason. I have this really cool coffin shelf that I recently bought. If you saw this entire room, actually, it's all Halloween horror themed, my guest bedroom, all year long. And so is my very creepy guest bedroom. So that is my rundown. And this is diving into my Halloween costume that I will be, and I will talk about that very briefly. But anyway, moving forward, we just have one release today, and that's why I'm all Halloween themed, because it's our 2022 Horror Pinup. Yep, it is $5.99 in our web store right now. Again, written by our own Dave Franchini. It's a very, very short story, a couple pages long, and then it dives into past and new collectible covers that Zenescope has done, all Halloween horror themed. So there are 4 lovely covers for today's pin-up cover. So if you could pop those up, Casey, everybody show and tell me what your favorite one. They're all very spooky themed. We got some Gretel in a nurse costume. We have Carrie's, and I think she's just a part of a carnival group. Then Van Helsing, I'm not really sure. I guess she's Dracula-ish. And then we have a Mystere in a skeleton theme. So those are our 4 covers. Make sure that you tell us which is your favorite. I'll read the synopsis. Just in time for the Halloween season comes the Grimm Fairy Tales 2022 Horror Pinup Special. Get ready to check out all of your favorite Grimm universe heroines and villainesses donning the cosplays of pop culture's most famous monsters. Some of the industry's top artists contribute gorgeous pinups of the Grimm universe's most popular female characters in the stunning collection. Also includes a never-before-published Grimm Fairy Tales short story. In total, 48 pages. So again, write what your favorite cover is. But as always, when you dive into this actual story, you'll get like 20 covers, I think, of just different past, like I mentioned, past cosplay pinups, as well as new ones that you've never seen before. And there is one in particular that absolutely blew me away. And we'll talk about that in just a minute, but I will be bringing on our very own Dave Franchini.
Hello.
Why aren't you dressed up on my stream, Dave?
I am. I don't know. I got nothing. My brain's I'm still recovering from New York and everything else. So
are you going to dress up in the office? Are you guys going to do something?
I don't know yet. I mean, I gotta figure out if I'm getting a costume. I don't know. There's no parties lined up this year. I don't know what's going to happen. So we'll see. I mean, I can pull out some old reserve ones. I got some Hulk Hogan. I can pull out a kangaroo. We'll see. I don't know. Got a banana suit here.
this is a great time to tell everybody that I will not be doing NCW next Wednesday. I will be on site working one of the events that I'm helping run, which is a Magic the Gathering event taking place in Vegas. But we are all going to dress up one day in a Halloween costume. And this is part of my Halloween costume. Do you know who I will be for Halloween?
The devil?
No. Although I can see, if you can't tell, these were originally devil horns, but they're pink. I colored them pink because I have a whole outfit. I've made all of it. I'm going to go as Pain from Pain and Panic and Hercules.
Who?
You've seen Hercules, right? The movie.
Like the newer one? Or are you
the
talking
old
about
one, the animated one.
Oh, yeah, the cartoon, yeah.
The two evil entities that work for Hades is Pain and Panic.
Yeah, that's right.
So somebody else on my team is supposed to dress up as Panic. Somebody else is going to be Hercules themed. And then I made Air Hercs and everything. So I will be full Panic.
There you go.
Pain.
You
guys will see the full rundown, but that is my gist of the rundown. Anyway, so let's dive into
Hershey. I see a personification of Hershey. I have a turtle costume, so maybe I'll come in as Hershey.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should.
Well, I bought it the one year, and it came to me, and the shell was, it was basically whatever store I bought it from. It's weird. Like the front of it's inside out, so I just ignored it and just wore it anyway. So
you're like, why not? So maybe a giant Hershey.
We'll see. I think it can work.
So let's dive in, talk a little bit about this horror cosplay. So, how often do we do a horror pinup? I know we do the swimsuit one, and we try to do it every other year, but we did it every year in the last 2 years. So when did this horror pinup come about?
So we kind of started working on, at least this year, the plan is going forward. Every year we'll probably have a swimsuit, and every year we'll probably have a May the 4th now. So we'll try to do 4. And then we'll rotate probably with the horror pinup with the an armed forces pinup, and then we'll probably do the holiday one too. So it's so going forward, we're probably gonna keep doing these. The horror ones are a lot harder to do because you don't want to keep doing the same kind of costumes over and over again. So you kind of need a little breather for more movies and more things that kind of come out and kind of jump into the public eye. So there's a little bit tougher. So, but I mean, so this one right now, the plan is to not do it for 2023 and then do it for 2024. But who knows? I might get close to June and be like, hey, we need to do one for 2023. And I'm like, oh crap.
So the plan moving forward, you guys will get the full rundown, but let's talk a little bit about the cosplays that were chosen for this go around. How many new covers are there, and how many are covers that we've seen in the past?
Yeah, so every one of these pinups, the pinup books normally come with 8 covers we've done before, and then 20 new pinups. So we do 20 brand new pinups, 8 old pinups, and then we do 8 pages of story. So it'll come out to 36 pages of new content. Well, new and slightly new.
48 pages total,
though. With all the ads, yes. But no, so it's 30. It'll be 36 pages of content. So it'll be 8 pages of story, 8 pages of covers you might not be able to get your hands on, and then 20 pages of new stuff you've never seen before.
Well, I felt that all of the cosplays were very, very relevant in today's. There was maybe one with a movie that just came out very recently with this face on my shirt. That movie was horrible. Don't see that movie. Actually, it's on Peacock.
I read the reviews, and then I had to just read the spoiler because the reviews were trashing it. So I won't. I belong to a film festival down here in South Florida, a horror film festival that I used to volunteer for. And so when I moved back, I went to go back to volunteer with them. And so there's 2 parts. So they just actually had a recent horror film festival where they premiered Terrifier 2. And fun fact, I'm in that movie. So, and that actually has made about 2.3 million in the box office. I'm in the movie for literally 3 seconds. I have a very gory death scene. Anyway, then I went to an early screening of Halloween before it came out. And I was like, this is horrible. It was terrible. Yeah, I read the whole. I spoiled it for myself, and I hate spoiling movies, but
so bad.
Yeah, like I just heard it was so bad that I was like, you know what? Why waste time? Like time is not. I don't have much of it these days, so it's like I'm not wasting it to watch something that I'm gonna hate.
If you want to watch a truly good reboot of a movie, Hellraiser came out on Hulu.
I think you froze.
Lose me? No, am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Hellraiser, the reboot, right now. Go watch it. Anyway, so speaking of, that was
You're frozen. That was probably the movie or cosplay she was talking about. So here's a spoiler. I don't know if Amber's coming back. She's frozen in place. I don't even know if I guess you're seeing me move. This is strange. I should just.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I guess it's me now.
Hi.
We can wait. We can wait till Amber comes back.
She had like something built up for this, and
I know. I was so excited.
But yeah, I didn't know that was
the
one.
It's your show now, Dave.
I guess it's New Casey Wednesday. It's not.
Boy.
I don't know. Have you read this? We're gonna put you on the spot.
I have. Yeah. No. Okay. I was.
What was your favorite pinup?
My favorite pinup. I was looking actually in the back while you guys were talking. I do like from the old ones. I gotta say I like the Ebass, of course. But from the new ones, honestly, I am really liking that Hellraiser one as well. That might be one of my favorites. Ooh,
the Hellchild Raiser.
Oh, Hellchild Raiser.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
There's a really thank you, Casey, for hopping in. There is a really bad storm going on right now, so I networked into my computer. So now nobody gets my spooky background anymore. It's kind of sad. Anyway, so yes, my favorite pinup was the Hellraiser pinup. Fantastic reboot on Hulu right now. Go see it. Amazing. What was your favorite cover? I'll know you. Okay, you won't tell me, but what was one of the covers that you were really excited about?
You mean one of the pinups?
Yes.
It sucks because there were so many. Like there was cool ones in here. Like I don't want to spoil it either because I don't want people. I don't want people to pick it up. So I don't want to show them. But I mean, like one of my favorite like cheesy horror movies as a kid was Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So I kind of love that. We kind of get a little bit of that. If people, I mean, most people might not get what that reference was anyway.
I didn't get what that reference was.
Hey, you see the cotton candy, like people in the cotton candy cocoons. Yeah. So that, I mean, that was just like for an idea concept. I don't know, that was cool. I like them all though. Like they really came out awesome. And the fact is that like I guess the rest of us, like our sales, liked them because then we started turning them into showcases. I guess this week or last week. So you'll be able to get some of these showcases already, just from this book. And it's crazy too because then we just sent the holiday pinup book on Monday. Yeah, Monday. So like my brain's all over the place. I'm like, we were in Halloween theme, and I just did holiday stuff, and it was throwing me off. But
you're one of those horrible people that jumps to Christmas and just.
It's not my fault. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't not do it, or we wouldn't get it to print. But that'll be at like November 9th. So it's actually a little early, but wanted to get it in and out to everybody. Because when December hits, all of our dates kind of get messed up with printing. So.
Okay, so we've gone through kind of the backstory, the covers, etc. How do you determine the artists for these?
I harass a lot of them. No, I mean, we kind of, a lot of times we try out newer artists, like artists that we haven't put on covers yet. We try that, like we try some of them out in this book, and it kind of helps us kind of gauge if we're going to move them to covers or if we need to spend more time like developing them. But also too, a lot of it is just we kind of have our go-to guys for some of these too, like Leo Matos, Vinzo Tabanez, Alfredo. Like some of them just kind of nail some of the things that we do, so we kind of keep them as like normal guys that stay into it. Or do you mean like more picking out the older pinups? So.
Even, I mean, I meant both, so we could also talk about that.
Well, I mean, the older pinups. I mean, I literally just have a file of everything Halloween related or whatever like that, and then I kind of pick through, and then I try to do one of each like artists when it comes to that. So like you have like one Ebash, you'll have one Paul Green, you'll have one Elias, one Chrome. Just kind of throw it in there so it's not like dominated by like one artist too. But yeah, and then all the extra ones, I have a folder in that folder that just says save for next year. And then I go to that. So when we do it next year or the year after or whatever like that, I go in that folder and I use the ones that I save myself time on working. Work smarter, not harder.
Work smart. I love that line. So Halloween, creepy. What's your favorite Halloween theme movie?
That's a tough one. I don't know. I mean, I love Trick or Treat just because it hits all those different Halloween like things. But I don't know. I mean, I guess the original Halloween, like the original Halloween's one of my favorites to just watch.
Casey likes Hocus Pocus, but did you like Hocus Pocus too, Casey? Oh, have you not seen it? No.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
I watched that on the flight to New York Comic Con, and the girl that I work with who sat next to me, she cried in the movie, and then she went to tell my one friend, she's like, I loved it, I cried. He's like, that movie was trash.
Jesus. No, I didn't watch it.
I have mixed stuff on it. It was fine. It was a fine movie. The original's better. The original doesn't blow me away though. Not like Trick or Treat does. Trick or Treat's a blow me away movie.
Yeah, and like it's so dark and goofy and like good all at once. Like I love that movie.
And the violent. Core part of Trick or Treat is what, Dave?
What do you mean?
They kill children. They show no mercy.
So that might be why it is one of your favorites. That's true. Well, that's like with the principal when he's just sitting. It's one of the most darkest, best parts.
Is when he kills the kid.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, so this movie's not afraid to do this thing that it really should do.
Well, no, because it gives you that creepiness horror factor where it's like that could happen. That's even worse. Like they're not skimming away from. Like they're not trying to like make it easy for you to accept this. It's like, oh crap, this is something that could truly happen and it's terrifying. Where like it hits you more, it's less on the creepy factor. It's more on the creepy factor than it is scary factor. Like, you're not really like terrified at like scenes that happen in there. Like I'm not terrified when girls turn into werewolves or like the ghost children, stuff like that. But like you get creeped out by things that you're like that could really be happening. And I think that's what makes it a little bit more darker.
Very creepy. Well, speaking of Trick or Treat, thank you, Casey.
That wasn't even meant to be a plug.
We just went on it. So Trick or Treat, in case you didn't see it, Dave just spoiled the entire movie for you. However, if you would like to talk about it on Movie Club, happening in just a week.
I did my own movie club. All right, I had my own movie club. I'm not invited, so I just did my own.
What if we just all show up and just crash Movie Club? Like, what if we're like, we have way stronger opinions about Trick or Treat than the Movie Club crew will ever have.
I like it.
I'm just going to come on for 3 seconds and be like, they killed kids. And then I'm just going to exit from Movie Club.
Just edit yourself in there.
Well, thank you so much, as always, Dave, for joining us to talk about 2022 Horror Pinup. As I mentioned, this is a series of beautiful pinup covers that you can see, pinup collection, etc. But there's also a little small short story right in the beginning of that cover.
Yep, and that ties a little bit into kind of stuff we're like seeding out coming up. So read it and enjoy it, hopefully.
I'm laughing because this one.
Well, is that? But do they come out? Do you have to give extra because they're like half? Like they all count as like halves?
What makes me laugh is I was on a call for like the kickoff of the magic show I'm on, and someone's like, and make sure you double check your candy, and then photoshopped a magic card in between a Snickers. Just like,
I've got to get into that.
We were just laughing about it. So dumb, but it made me laugh. Anyway, thanks so much, Dave, for joining us. Right. I will have you on very soon.
All right, I'll see you. Thanks.
So again, today I had a lovely backdrop that was very creepy looking. So if you missed it, make sure that you watch the beginning of this so you know how hard I tried to make it creepy and spooky. But we only talked about one release today, which is our 2022 Horror Pinup. Again, right now, $5.99 in our web store, comes with 4 different covers and has a series of covers, old and new, that you can check out, including Cough Cough, my favorite that we already showed before, which is the cosplay of Pinhead. Love the reboot of Hellraiser. Sorry, I'm going to keep plugging it, but there have been so many horrible horror movies I've seen this Halloween that you need to see one good one, and it's Hellraiser. And go see that ASAP. Go check out Terrifier 2 in theaters too if you want to watch me die on screen for 3 seconds. Okay. A lot of other stuff coming up, including a stream happening literally tonight, I believe. Is the kickoff of the Halloween VCon. I love how Casey's in the background, always like, yes, you're right, yes. Double, toil and trouble. Fire burns and cauldron bubble. I think that's how it goes. Anyway, yes, I'm in a very Halloween mood. I'm in such a good mood, everybody. I'm very excited. I love Halloween. So make sure that you join the VCon kicking off in just a few hours. And it'll be a 3-day event. So kind of awesome. There'll be some giveaways, some artist interviews, have a great time. We'll probably all homage to Carrie's, which is awesome. Other stuff that is taking place is today kicked off 13 days of Halloween, which means that there'll be 13 days of sticker fun. And like we mentioned, you could win a trip to Halloween Horror Nights 2023. So check your inboxes, get the lowdown on the 13 days of Halloween. It again shows you what we have on sale, etc. If you don't subscribe to Zenescope's email, go to zenescope.com right now and subscribe so you can get all the information on that. But Halloween is kind of a big deal here at Zenescope. So make sure that you check that out. Casey already plugged it before, but Movie Club, the theme is happening in a week, and that is Trick or Treat. Again, you'll get to learn a little bit about Sam, which, fun fact, if you've never seen the short that actually kicked off this movie, there's a short of Sam and him maintaining the rules of trick-or-treating and Halloween. So you should check that out as well. Let's talk about the showcase of our lovely collectible cover that we do for NCW. So every Wednesday, we pick one lovely winner who followed whatever the stipulations. There's the really hot showcase that we have of Carrie's. And this week's winner, which is filled, I wish instead of confetti dropping, it could be candy. I'd really like to see candy drop, but always wait for the, Casey, I don't know what you're doing in the background here as my producer, but this is my opinion on it. So yes, this week's winner, filled with candy and confetti, I'd like to bet that it's candy, is Joseph. Congratulations. Woohoo. I'm not sure if we spelled your name right. Let's say we did. Oh, we did. Cool. I wanted to double check, but yes. So congratulations on winning this week's collectible cover. And then the stipulations for how you can get our showcase version of that cover are buy a Zen box or a pack at HorrorCon this week. So make sure that you tune in. Make sure that you tune in this Wednesday, aka now, tonight at 6 p.m. Get one of those things, and you'll be entered to win one of our showcase versions. And you can buy just a collectible cover version of that cover right now at zenescope.com on the web store. Do it ASAP because we have a different one every single month. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I miss on my rundown of NCW. Obviously, you guys know the drill, Coffee with Casey and Noah every Monday. If it's up to that. Our next retailer live stream. I just saw that. Next retailer live stream is happening November 1st. Boo. Yay, but boo, because it's the day after Halloween and it makes me sad. And actually, I've decided I'm going all in on Dia de los Muertos this year too. So I've decided I'm going to take off the day from work and I'm just going to go to a cemetery and drink margaritas. That's my own thing. But yes, Dia de los Muertos, going to celebrate that. But in between is our retailer live stream. So make sure that you check out our latest retailer live stream that's happening November 1st, the day after Halloween. Day after Halloween is the saddest day of the whole year. So in order for it to be better, join our retailer live stream. It'll be something to look forward to after Halloween. Okay, that was it on the latest edition of NCW. Oh, I didn't even talk about next week's releases. God, I don't know what I'm doing today. It's the ears that are doing this. But yes, next week's releases, as I mentioned before, I will not be on for Wednesday at 3 p.m. Casey will be once again in my spot, and maybe she'll be dressed up. She's giving me a look. I don't know. Maybe she'll be dressed up.
Sure, why not?
Perfect. Casey will be dressed up for next Wednesday for Halloween spirit. But again, thanks everybody for joining. Tune in next Wednesday and tune in tonight at 6 p.m. for the start of the VCon. I will talk to everybody. As always, here at Cinescope, you come for the covers, but you stay for the stories. Don't forget to subscribe, like, blah, 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 the stuff that we always do. I'm going to go and, I don't know, drop your favorite Halloween song in the comments too, because I'm adding to my playlist. Okay, goodbye, everybody.